welcome address. So very, very warm welcome to you, sir.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Distinguished Chief Guest, Dr. Devi Shetty, all other distinguished dignitaries on the dais, respected senior actuaries, industry leaders, my fellow actuaries, young professionals, all students, our valued partners and friends. As chairperson of the organizing committee, it is my honor and privilege to warmly welcome you this 25th Global Conference of Actuaries being held from 22nd to 24th February 2026 here at Geo World Convention Center, Mumbai. We are delighted to host this landmark Silver Jubilee editions in Mumbai, the India's financial capital, a city that reflects the dynamism, resilience, and aspiration. It is a fitting venue for a conference that has steadily grown in the stature and the global relevance. This year, we gather with tremendous enthusiasm over 1,700 of attendees from 15 countries, and which is very, very well supported by 47 partners, and which will be featuring around 65 distinguished speakers across 21 curated sessions during these 3 days. Your presence affirms the significance of this platform. The year marks a significant milestone, the Silver Jubilee to the Global Conference of Actuaries. 25 years ago, this conference began with a simple but powerful objective to create a structured forum in India for the technical exchange, global dialogue, and professional engagement. Over the past quarter century, GCA has evolved into a respected international platform, bringing together all the practitioners, the regulators, academics, students, and globals, thought leaders under the one roof. The Silver Jubilee is not merely a celebration of longevity, it is a celebration of continuity. It is a celebration of credibility, and it is a celebration of intellectual rigor, and a platform that has remained relevant across changing economic cycles, regulatory landscapes, and several technological transitions. Many among you have supported this journey as speakers, as partners, as delegates. The strength of GCA in this sustained community engagement. Today, as we mark 25 editions, we celebrate the conference, its evolution, and its impact, and its future. The theme for the GCA 2026 as a special edition is the Actuarial Pathways to Viksit Bharat, Managing Risks for Inclusive Social and Economic Growth, which reflects both aspiration and responsibility. As India advances on its development journey, structured risk thinking becomes increasingly central to sustainable growth, financial resilience, social protection, long-term savings, healthcare security, climate preparedness, and technological transformation. All of those demand the disciplined risk management. Over the next 3 days, Through 14 plenary sessions and 7 keynote and the special sessions, we will explore several topics across insurance, IFRS 17, artificial intelligence, climate adoption, reinsurance, and much more. To our international delegates, thank you for traveling to India and being part of these milestone editions. To our colleagues from across the country, your participation strengthens the professional fabric of this community. To our students and young professionals, we are especially pleased to see over 560 student registration for the current year. Your energy and curiosity ensure that spirit of this conference remains forward-looking. This conference is designed not only for the structured learning, but for the meaningful engagement. I encourage you to participate actively, engage beyond your immediate specialization, connect across the generations and disciplines, and build relationships that really endure you well beyond of these 3 days. The most valuable outcomes of the conference is the conversation outside of the formal sessions also. Conferences of this scale, as I said, possibly only can be done based on the strong and sustained partnership. The current year, we are privileged to be supported by 47 partners across platinum, gold, and other categories. And we extended our deepest gratitude to our 4 platinum sponsors and 8 gold sponsors, along with other categories. As I said, these 47 organizations who are supported in the current GCA, they are not supporting today. They are supporting for so many years. And I know several of them supported to us at least 15 years. So their association with this conference, which reflects long-term belief in this platform. Their support enables the high-quality content, global participation, student engagement, and professional collaboration at scale. And their partnership is not merely a financial support, it is an investment in knowledge exchange and institutional continuity. On behalf of the organizing committee and the Institute of Actuaries India, I extend our sincere appreciation for their trust, commitment, and enduring collaboration. We are deeply grateful. And I would like to acknowledge the members of the organizing committee, our volunteers, moderators, speakers, and the Institute team who have worked tirelessly over the past several months, bringing together over 1,700 attendees and delegates in the Silver Jubilee year. It's really based on the careful planning, coordination, and collective effort. Their dedication has made this milestone edition is possible. As we celebrate this 25 years edition of this GCA, we celebrate a platform that stood the test of time. May this Silver Jubilee edition be insightful on content, constructive in dialogues, inclusive in participation, and memorable in experience. As a chairperson of the organizing committee, it gives me immense pleasure to once again welcome you all to this 25th Global Conference of Actuaries. We are honored by your presence and look forward to an enriching and successful conference. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your warm and thoughtful welcome and for your leadership in shaping this landmark of 25th GCA. Allow me to now introduce and welcome our next speaker who will be coming and sharing an opening address. To set the tone for the conference and share the vision of the profession, ladies and gentlemen, we have the President Institute of Actuaries of India who will be joining us in delivering the opening address. Under her leadership, the Institute has been actively championing the role of actuaries in building a resilient and inclusive Bharat. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Preeti Chandrashekhar, ladies and gentlemen. We request you, ma'am, to please deliver the opening address.
A very good morning to all of you. Before I begin my address, I am very privileged to inform that the Honorable Prime Minister has sent his wishes and a message to be shared with all of you. And it is literally hot off the press because I got it less than an hour back. So I will read out the message and I will request that we display the message out there. Okay, I'll start reading, meantime while they display it. It's a pleasure to learn about the 25th Global Conference of Actuaries. Heartiest congratulations and best wishes to the Institute of Actuaries of India on the occasion. This milestone reflects the organization's sustained commitment towards advancing the actuarial profession in India. During the course of this journey, the Institute has worked to strengthen standards, encourage research, and engage with emerging areas of risk in a rapidly developing nation. The theme of this year's conference, Actuarial Pathways to Vikasit Bharat, Managing Risk for Inclusive Social and Economic Growth, is a thoughtful one, especially when India is going through a period of rapid economic growth and expansion of social security architecture. Over several decades, the actuarial sciences and profession in India have evolved alongside the nation's economic growth trajectory. In recent years, several initiatives have been undertaken to expand financial inclusion and security. Schemes such as the Atal Pension Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, Suraksha Bima Yojana, and Ayushman Bharat, that is PMJY, have widened access to insurance, health protection, and pension coverage. These measures are strengthening social security and enhancing confidence among citizens. The calibration and success of these schemes underscore the importance of the actuarial profession. As India advances towards the vision of Vikasit Bharat 2047, it is important that our efforts remain aligned to widen and reinforce the safety nets available to citizens. It is encouraging to see professional bodies such as the IAI working in critical domains and contributing constructively to this broader national endeavor. This global conference, which brings about students, associates, fellows, affiliates, and domain specialists, will help them in engaging in mutual learning and shared experiences. Best wishes for making the conference a resounding success. Warm regards. Let us hear for our leader of the nation for having devoted some time to be able to share the message with us. I'm extremely overwhelmed and joyful for the same. Okay, so now I start with mine. I've already wished you people good morning, but good morning once again to the distinguished guests, respected seniors, colleagues, and friends. It is truly an honor for me to stand before you on the 25th Global Conference of Actuaries, an event that brings together some of the brightest minds in our profession. We have a great gathering of dignitaries, speakers, students, and other stakeholders. A special thanks to our honorable chief guest, Dr. Devi Shetty. We are really, really overwhelmed and joyful that you were able to find time in your busy schedule to come and address us. Madam Girija Subramanian, Chairman cum Managing Director, the New India Assurance Company. Mr. Sanjeev Kumar, Chairman, Life and Health Reinsurance India, Gallagher Re. Mr. Hitesh Joshi, Executive Director with additional charge of MD, GIC Re. Mr. Ajay Srivastav, Appointed Actuary and Executive Director, Life Insurance Corporation of India. Ms. Bozena Hinton, Immediate Past President, International Actuarial Association. Mr. Dave Dillon, President, Society of Actuaries. Mr. Paul Sweeting, President, Institute and Faculty of Actuaries, who will be joining us in some time. Dr. Frank Chang, Immediate Past President, the Casualty Actuarial Society. Mr. Nalen Naidu, who is the President of the Actuarial Society of South Africa. The theme for this year's Silver Jubilee is Actuarial Pathways to Viksit Bharat, Managing Risks for Inclusive and Social and Economic Growth. Let me begin with a bit of the macroeconomic context, drawing from the latest economic survey of India. India continues to be amongst the fastest growing major economies globally. Sustained real GDP growth supported by strong domestic demand, record public expenditure, improved corporate balance sheets, and a more resilient financial system. Importantly, this growth has been achieved despite a challenging global environment backed by geopolitical tensions, inflationary pressures, and slowing growth in several advanced countries. However, growth alone does not define success. True development is not just about expanding output, it's about enhancing human well-being, economic security, and resilience. It is about ensuring access to health, education, employment, insurance, and retirement security. It is also about managing long-term risks, longevity risk, climate risk, financial risk, and systemic financial risk, so that today's progress does not become tomorrow's vulnerability, and that is where actuaries step in. This perspective aligns closely with the national vision of Viksit Bharat. Viksit Bharat represents a comprehensive aspiration, a developed India with high living standards, robust institutions, and inclusive opportunities. The actual pathways to Viksit Bharat lie in sustained investment in infrastructure and human capital, deepening of financial markets, expansion of insurance and pension coverage, responsible use of technology, and evidence-based policy making grounded in long-term thinking. This journey is not without any challenges. Managing risk for inclusive social and economic growth is critical. India, knowing its vast demography and the cultural diversity, there are structural transitions also. We are having demographic change, rapid urbanization, climate stress, and technological disruption. If they remain unmanaged, these risks can widen inequality and strain public finance. If managed well, they can become opportunities for innovation and sustainable growth. So what does it mean for us as professionals? And more specifically, what does it mean for actuaries? Actuaries operate at the intersection of economics, finance, demography, and risk. Our work underpins the stability of insurance systems, pension frameworks, healthcare financing, and social security mechanisms. As India expands its safety net and seeks long-term fiscal and financial sustainability, actuarial expertise becomes central to informed decision-making and public trust. I talked about the trinity of innovation, collaboration, and value creation in my address at the last GCA. Innovation helps us to design products and models that respond to emerging risks, whether it's climate or longevity. Collaboration reflects the spirit of working together with policymakers, regulators, technologists, and institutions to build robust systems. And value creation ensures that our technical work delivers tangible benefits for society, strengthening resilience and inclusion. In this context, the Institute of Actuaries of India has made significant contributions. IAI's report card looks very strong, with significant opportunities to strengthen it further. We have also built a strong leadership team at the IAI, which is being led by our Executive Director, Dr. Rujita Verma, who was onboarded last month. I'm sure this will further strengthen IAI's institutional capabilities and support the profession's long-term vision. Several steps have also been taken to increase engagement of employees at IAI. The passion in the team is indeed contagious. Yuva or the youth is a key pillar of Viksit Bharat, and our focus is on catching talent young. Our student membership is rising slowly but steadily, and we have taken several steps to increase awareness of actuarial science in schools and colleges. The current membership stands at 11,612 to be precise, marking a 15-year high. We are now targeting an even higher number towards the end of March 2026. India is home to several premier education institutions, and we acknowledge that in our profession by officially recognizing them through our accreditation programs. This process was started by my predecessors, and we used our own classic actuarial control cycle to incorporate our experiences and learnings into the framework, and I'm happy to announce that the framework has acquired a fair amount of rigor and transparency. The accreditation framework is progressing in a structured and phased manner, so between the 3 phases that we have planned out, you will see a large amount of traction created with these premier institutions, and that will also help us give a necessary fillip to the growth of the actuarial community. We also have accreditation of other professions that encourages mobility for professionals, helps in a wider variety of membership as well as better synergy across professions. We have been constantly working upon strengthening our education system and making it more current, relevant, and engaging for the young minds. On the examination front, we see an increase in the number of registrations, which would increasingly reflect the kind of interest the student community has in the profession. We have revamped the examination and assessment framework. We have put in place several initiatives, including student awareness sessions conducted prior to examinations, and also calendarized examiner seminars to enhance academic robustness. On the education front, I'm happy to announce that the new education policy has been conceptualized and approved with implementation scheduled starting from the next academic year and phased out in due course. There's a comprehensive certification policy which has been developed to formalize structured skill-based pathways. Launch of new certification courses is planned to address emerging professional domains. Study materials have been revamped, and we are introducing new subjects at various levels. We have also embarked on research on topics that are relevant to the Indian context. We've got an encouraging response from professionals in the EOI floated last year, and we're looking at sponsored research from policymakers and corporates alike, and also from our own funds set aside for the purpose. So watch this space for some interesting outcomes in the months to follow. Member experience is paramount, and we acknowledge that there were a few technical snags that were impediments to getting a good experience. We have addressed those, including the key ones, including membership renewal, CPD dashboard, COP modules. I would urge all of you to give feedback based on your own experience over the next few weeks, because that's invaluable for us to help us make our systems better. Amplifying the profession to the outside world is extremely important, and we have taken steps to strengthen institutional visibility, establish structured brand governance, and initiated identity modernization, aligning communication with IEI's statutory stature and core values. So watch out for some very big announcements in the near future. As actuaries, we are not merely analysts of risk, we are stewards of long-term value. Our responsibility extends beyond balance sheets to social outcomes. By embracing ethical conduct, rigorous analysis, and collaborative action, we can help ensure that economic growth translates into durable, inclusive prosperity. Let me conclude with a timeless Sanskrit innovation from the Rig Veda that beautifully captures the spirit of collective purpose and shared responsibility. It says, Sangachadvam samvadadvam samvo manansi janatam, which means move together, speak together, and let our minds be in harmony. The journey to Viksit Bharat requires us to move together, think together, and act together. The actuarial profession, grounded in foresight and public interest, has a vital role to play in this collective endeavor. On behalf of the Institute of Actuaries of India, I once again thank all of you for being here and for your contribution to the profession. This is our moment, not just to witness change, but to lead it. Let us make this conference one of inspiration, action, and impact. Please do enjoy the 3 days of learning, exchanging experiences, ideas, networking, and some great cultural programs lined up for you over the next 2 to 3 days. Thank you very much.